Our parents are human beings themselves, and they can only give what they have.
Absolutely. Pick your pain, which has stuck with me since then. Do you want to be miserable forever or for just now? Some things can't be fixed.
Ooh, that's almost.
Sorry.
Next question.
Nice.
It's all necessary with Tifani Sage.
I don't know. It's like something about your face.
Oh, what about it?
It's just so pretty and glowy, and
Thank you.
I don't know. It's like you.
And
just
that's exactly
took a
how we're
bath.
going to start the show, guys. Welcome to another episode of It's All Necessary with Tifani.
Tifani
Sage.
and Kayja.
Today, my special guest is the almighty Kayja Rose. We're going to have some drum roll playing.
I love it, and we're gonna get that hardest drum roll we can.
Yes. Before we get into it,
Yeah.
I just want to put the intention out there and the reminder that this is a space
Safe space.
where we're reminded.
Yeah.
I love the ad libs. That every life experience that we go through, whether it's big or small, it's all to prepare, oh my God, prepare and propel our growth. So, in essence, it's all necessary, yeah?
I like that.
So let's start.
Let's
Listen,
get into
mother.
What's the first
Let's
question?
jump
Ding, ding.
into
All right, here we go.
childhood. As far as you can remember,
Yeah.
what's your fondest childhood memory
Mm.
and why does it still resonate with you to this day?
Oh goodness. Always has to do with animals and music. So I'd have to say I lived. It was when I lived with just my mom and I in a little cute house in the valley, and we had 2 dogs, and just constant music playing. She would help me with my homework. Sometimes it was,
I love that.
you know, sometimes
like you're
there
taking
wasn't
me
always
back.
positive, but
This
it was
feels like
like
my
at the end of the
Sunday.
day, always positive. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
that. And why does that still stick with you?
Reminds me that childhood can be beautiful, which it always isn't,
Mhm.
unfortunately,
That's
sadly,
fair.
but that's just reality.
Yeah.
So, you know, just the most simple thing you can
Yeah.
fucking, can I swear? Imagine.
Yes. That's my love language. Let me
Yes,
stop.
I mean, me now. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then let me see. Let's jump.
Jump.
Hobbies,
Jump.
activities, or anything that captivated
As a kid.
like little Kayja's attention.
Well, I seriously always the same thing. Music, soccer. That's it.
Really?
Art.
I had a football jersey on. Well, I
You
call it football,
did?
but I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And what about it?
I love running. I love being aggressive, even though it seems like I don't seems like you don't like being aggressive, but I do.
I've never heard someone say that to me.
Yeah.
before.
So simple, easy.
How would you say your parents would describe you as a child?
Jeez. As a child,
Yeah.
chaotic, crazy.
Really? Like you had a lot of energy. Always.
Always.
And what do you think that energy was?
Honest answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just how I'm built, and I have a lot inside, and it's like I don't know how to get it out.
Yeah.
So it's just coming out, like
Which makes sense why you're a
And I-
creative. Yeah.
right. Exactly.
I like that.
Like I didn't always have. I'm still chaotic, but I didn't always have outlets as good as I do now.
yeah.
So it came out in like,
The session last night,
yeah.
you guys don't know. Is Tanner sleeping? Oh.
He-
Okay. I'm like, wait. But
We got TT on the right.
with like when you said like the chaoticness, I feel like I cannot speak today. Sorry.
I
last
also
night-
can't speak, so 2 P's and
In a pod.
zip pod.
Last night I referenced a
Yeah.
little like friction in
Friction.
my own life, and I was just
Oh,
like,
you
you know
did.
what?
Yeah,
and
you
Tanner was
did.
like on the. He was like, oh, this song is giving like,
Yeah.
I don't really need you, but I love you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
that
what
was-
kind of
that was
inspired the
all.
whole phone click.
Absolutely.
And blah, blah, blah.
That's been a vibe for a minute.
Yeah.
And also Juan said the same thing. Producer that
Shout out to Juan.
Shout out to Juan. Ding, ding.
Last question in childhood.
Yes. Childhood.
If they're anywhere, if they're anywhere, I cannot speak today. If
you better
there
stop
were-
speaking.
I know. Let me do messages. If there were any role models,
Yeah.
who would you say you admired, and what was it about them that made you be like,
easily,
I like this about that person?
Oh, okay. Question though.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from my childhood or my mindset as a child?
Actually, both.
Both.
Whatever you feel to share.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
my dad.
Okay.
I have a biological dad and I have a stepdad, but my stepdad raised me.
Yeah.
He's the only dad I truly ever knew, and it took me a long time to heal from some things and go through things, and but I cry a lot for him because I'm so proud of him, and like watching him succeed and seeing him being so strong, and you know, I think being a child, it's like, victim, I'm a victim, why? And maybe not everybody is that way, but that is just who I am. Yeah. So, but now, like, I the respect I have for that man is like, he really just,
I can
like, I could start crying if I really talked about it.
Same.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say same about my dad, where it's just like
the kind of person he is. Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
When you said the victim thing, oh my god,
I struggled with
my
that.
diary has some things where I
why
just
me?
felt
I didn't
like
ask to be here. Why?
yeah,
You're the one who put me here, so take care of it.
Ooh. I feel like mine was more so, why are you this way?
Yeah.
And I'm being the best I can be.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can just feel, my personal experience, it just felt very judgmental. But I know it was all stemming from love. But it's just like, but you're not loving me the way I feel. Yeah.
I want.
Exactly.
I want.
Exactly. And then as an adult, I've realized like our parents are human beings themselves, and they can only give what they have.
Absolutely. Oh my God. It's actually so beautiful that because I every day I get better at that to where, and I still sometimes have to catch myself and be like, you're slipping back into it. You're slipping back into it. But no, because I was always like, like, I need this, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't care if you had me when you were 19. You chose to have me, so you should fucking have it together by the time that you had me.
True.
And that was so unfair. And the older I get, the more I was like, wow, I was such an asshole. I really, really was. I was so inconsiderate, and I had the no capability to recognize how hard it is to be a parent because Lord Jesus.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So that's actually, so that's nice. And again, still a struggle sometimes where I'm like, okay, I just gotta go.
But the fact that you've evolved though in like your self-awareness, like it's not like, because I feel some people maybe to their own fault, they may be stuck where they were as a child, as an adult.
Yeah.
And
I was like that for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what helped
it took
you like see things from a different perspective?
Honestly, and self-work, spirituality, but really. Yeah. And then also, like therapy.
Yeah.
Certain kinds
like
of therapy.
Doing the work. Yeah.
Doing the work. But it was because I was ready for it, and I was like, okay, it's gotta change because I'm miserable. Nobody else is. It's the whole idea of like that resentment is you're the only one hurting from it. Nobody else cares. Nobody else is feeling that but you. So you got to figure it out and get it out, like something. Yeah.
Because my dad always told me, he was like, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Exactly.
Like, why do you have to be so
right?
And that in itself can be a thing.
Great.
Because it's just like, no disrespect, but sometimes my dad may feel like he knows more than me because he's older. And it's like, Mr. Know-It-all, but I don't know it all, but I kind of do. But he's right. Yeah. But he is so right.
But he's
about when the student is ready, the teacher will
Oh
appear
my
in
God.
all many ways.
Absolutely. Always.
Thank you for being.
Oh my God. I know. I love you. I'm so happy. Thank you for inviting me.
You're
and I'm
welcome.
sorry I feel so comfortable, which is so beautiful because, you know, but I totally relate on that level because my parents were very opposite of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very emotional and very like when I need to be logical, I very much can be, but I
Yeah.
sometimes choose to live in fucking la delusion land, and I'm like, man.
Same.
And my parents are like, get over it.
Both parents.
Both.
Wow.
Both.
Okay.
Very hard.
So did your
Very
creativeness
rough.
ever feel like I don't feel understood?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Always that was me. I was like, gotta.
Okay.
You don't understand me, which is not true. Because at the end of the day, they do know me, and there is parts of me that they won't understand on like a chemical level, and like in terms of music level.
Yeah.
But my dad is a creative. My biological dad was an artist. Like he is a creative, not in a musical way, but in a completely different way. And he has so much knowledge, and he's the smartest person I know. It's just crazy. So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, well then they were right. Like the best sometimes, again, no disrespect. I internalize everything, like every single word they would say. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And then just, it's like
every
tough
child
love.
may have done that.
I think so. I think that's
because
just
they're
natural. You're like, I'm small, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Because I realized random, but
ripping me every way.
Every time I would go back to, I lived all over the place, but when I would go back to Maryland and my dad would take me and one of my brothers to the house, like naturally I would always feel like, oh, the house seems so small now. But when I was younger, it's like, oh my God, 3-story house. And
Sure.
But I realized that when as a
Uh-huh.
child, things are even bigger because of their physical height.
Absolutely,
And it's just like when we go to movies, the freaking screen is so
You're
big.
like, what the hell's
and it's like every moment seems so
oh my
that.
yeah.
But
What the
go home to like a small TV and it's like, oh, the scene is not that
You're like,
big.
oh wait, where's where's the
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what scene was that again?
I can't hear or see you. Yeah, no, absolutely. I love that. That was such a good dive into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, respect to my parents, because while I still am very emotional and like, I also, if I choose, snap into the, okay, bitch, we're getting it done.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cry for 0.5 seconds and then I'm up. And then because I have to.
Yeah.
Because that's how they were. They have. Oops.
That's okay.
See,
Sorry,
whatever.
I mean, not that
Who
it's
cares?
okay that your phone fell.
No, it's okay. It happens for a reason.
It's honest.
Maybe I don't want to see something that just popped up. Oh.
Let's move on
get
to
deep.
music.
Right at my face. I love it. No, do not. Actually, no, do not.
Let's say, what event or person inspired you to be like, you know what? I want to do music.
My biological dad.
And tell me why.
He was one of the, in my opinion, most beautiful vocalists and R&B artists of the 90s. And he just wowed me. And he died when I was young. Okay. And we had a complicated relationship. So, like, I really...
You and him?
Yeah, my biological dad and I. And I didn't truly know him. You know, he, no disrespect. He wasn't the great father. Yeah. Just to put it, whatever. Yeah. But I always felt super connected to him because I was just his music bloop, and he has a twin, my uncle, who's still here. Wow. And I'm very close with him, and it's like, you know, spitting image.
Does it feel
and then
like
I'm
you're
a spitting
having a
image of
second,
my dad?
I mean, does it feel like it's a second experience?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yes.
Negative and positive.
Wow.
But which is
That's
also
deep.
great, though. it's great because it helps me with the like the pink cloud thing, fantasy delusion of like, no, well, he actually, if he didn't, he would have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I love that.
I'll ramble if you don't stop me.
Then okay.
Yeah.
Latte. So far in with your personal catalog, like records that you have like put your heart and soul into, and records that you featured on, what record of yours would you say is the most like close to your heart?
Easy. Okay, my number one is called Numb. It was like I was really young. I think I was an older teenager, maybe super early 20s, 20 if that. And it is about my dad. It's called Numb, and it's just so like, it was so authentic, and like I was actually pretty impressed with my lyrics and everything, because like I don't think I'm a horrible lyricist, but I'm not the best. So that one's very special to me. So
and that was about your biological dad?
My biological dad.
Got it, okay.
Resonates more than just, I like it, it sounds good. So it's like deeper. That's a question.
Or that was good. We can keep going.
Okay, I mean, I'm gonna say
that's good enough. That's
I really
like
do. Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah, it is, because it's so home. Like it's like deep. It's deep. Okay. And I hear my own pain, and it's like, ouch. But
so I wonder. I always wondered, even though I'm an artist myself, but not as nearly experienced with like the performing a painful record. I wonder how artists, and also you, like how you deal with that, like having to revisit it, the song, especially if people are like, we want Numb. Yeah. You know?
Everyone wants Numb. How do you know?
Girl, I be knowing. All right, so navigating the music industry, how would you say your experience has been so far? I don't say for the better or the worse, but just some things that you've kind of like peeped and you're like, you know what?
I see it. Yeah. Like everything, there's pros and cons to everything. There's been a lot of things that I've learned that were uncomfortable to learn that have been very beneficial. So I'm not so naive, but also too, I am naive at the same time. Same. People pleaser kind of still creeps back up in me, and like feeling like I don't have a say when I absolutely have the most say in the room.
You are it. Like
when I am, paying for time or, whatever. And someone tries to take full control and take advantage. I go, wait a second, I'm seeing a pattern here.
That part,
So the industry, unfortunately, no disrespect to whoever, is not as bright as it may seem.
Oh, you mean like the industry as on a whole?
Just as a whole, like the entity of the industry, music, entertainment, anything. It's just there's a lot of deep-seated, like, okay, we're here for a reason, and you're a
little speck in the whole freaking machine.
Yeah, you're like, and I might be like, saying a pawn might be too much to say that, but it's like, okay, you're amazing, you've got this, so we are gonna use you. But if we don't want to hear what you have to say,
it's like, get out the strings,
get out, this is what we want, this
them
is
on her,
so it's just every day I seriously, I learned more in the last week I've been here than in
previous
times, in a long time, really,
Wow.
because I've been through a different experience.
Yeah.
Like I've been with you and I've been with T, and seeing how people react to 3 people as a team instead of just one person.
Oh.
It's like, oh, wait a second. Ooh, I don't like the uncomfortability of, because typically I'm very chill and I'm like, I involve everybody.
Yeah.
But then when it's like, when you two are there,
Yeah.
I am like, that's who I'm focusing on right now. Like, I really don't want to hear.
Wait, I want to dive in because my
Someone
next question
else's
was going
opinion.
to ask about your creative process in the studio.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I've been honored to experience
you
it
have.
for
Yeah.
people who have not.
Yes.
But question, so when are you saying like sometimes when it may just be you and the producer, or it could be like a production duo and it's you, that the respect may be a little different versus when you have your team, it's like,
yes,
okay, well, listen to Kayja because she has the armor, you know
well,
what I mean?
not even that. I mean, like, I wouldn't say even respect. Like, again, UNT, it is a genuine, the talent and the value and the what I learned from y'all is what I'm like, oh my God, this is inspiring. Not only is it inspiring, it makes me better. So it's like, I don't know. It's just different. Yeah. It's different. And there are producers that I do not feel that way about, that I go in there and, you know, have you've seen in studios without T, which is a whole other story because male and female men, and I only, when I really think about it, have only worked in person with male producers.
I think the same for me too.
They treat women differently.
That's why I'm just like, listen.
Yeah.
Don't
like what the
freaking
hell did I see you now and I don't like it, so now really it's gonna change. Like really.
The vibe's gonna change.
Now the vibe's gonna change, and honestly that's on you.
Yeah. But then some people are not self-aware to
they're
realize.
Not. They don't.
So
some
just
are
project
and some
it onto you.
Some are not. But yeah, that's
Okay.
Next
We're
question.
gonna be good. Yeah.
Love it.
When you're solo driving in your own world, who do you just like? I'm gonna put on.
Just in my car and by myself.
Yeah.
I like all varieties of music. Only thing I don't like is metal.
Okay.
No disrespect, y'all.
That's really funny because last night.
No disrespect.
I'm just gonna say you gave me the look where it's like. But we don't have to talk about that.
No, you know, honestly, I know exactly what moment you're talking about. But I actually was referring to another person who was making that face, and I was saying, "Watch out for that person who's making that face," because I was laughing. Okay. Because I actually did like that song, and while the was like, oh, that's not my cup of tea. I actually did like it because it was different. But yes. Anyway, moving on. So myself, I really, old soul. Yeah. Like Bob Withers, Al Green, Otis Redding. Like
I see that.
And then
I hear that too in you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Love. But and then also like old 70s. Like disco. Really? One of my top 3. I know. I don't know why. Wow. Disco. Something about it. Just I'm like, I have felt like I always was like, I felt sickly about you. Okay. Yeah. Like I was supposed to be more than 70.
Ooh. I'm really bad with my timing,
I
like
don't
my years and
know.
stuff. I'm a 90s
70s,
baby,
but I could be wrong.
So I'm just like, I like that and that.
Yeah.
I don't know what decade it was. I just like it.
So
that's how I feel.
So point blank period. You know, old soul, disco, and gangster rap gets me going. Lets me get out my
gets all that,
the aggression part of me.
It's that I feel like you are me in a different way.
100% agree.
I love this.
I love this too. I'm blossoming.
You see my teeth sprout.
Hee hee. Tip me over and spill me out.
Last question in music.
Yeah. I keep waiting for the hard questions. And I'm gonna be like,
studio creative process. Do you prefer to have, like, I guess, like, before, let's say you have studio time at said time.
Yeah.
Do you, like, sit with yourself and think, okay, what am I feeling right now? What am I going to do? Or are you just like, I don't care, just book my calendar up with sessions and whatever the hell happens in there as far as music concept is what happens?
It really depends. It depends on the person I'm working with. And it also just depends on how I feel, because if I have a very certain idea, like in the past, I've a lot of the time had the beat already set up. So I would, before I even got in the studio, like I was sent the beat and I would make the song myself and have that foundation to go off of and have an idea. But that has not happened in a long time. So what I've been doing is just start from scratch. So what I like to do is, you know, I do still do the how am I feeling? Like where am I at mentally? Because absolutely, like you could either get me on a like Kayja day or like spirit, you know, like the break free, like spiritual, where I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling so hot. But so yeah, I like to go into it, and then my process with the producers is, and I think I'm pretty sure you've seen this with me, is like I want to know how everybody's feeling right now, and like what is everybody's mental state, because like yes, I matter, and yes, it is my session, which I'm trying to me. It's all about me. It's my world. You're living in it. Okay? Yeah. Joking, but
not joking.
But not. I mean, no.
Yeah. I love Tanner's. But I have a question. Why do you like to check in to see what other people are feeling in the room?
I think because when I start with a song from scratch with producers, and it depends on what producer, but mostly it's that I like. They're also putting their energy into something, and like so in my brain, their energy is gonna stick. Yeah. Regardless if you want it to or not, some way. And so I'm like, okay, I want to know where you're at. And so like maybe your concept is similar to my concept and we could mix it. Or maybe it's not and we could play that against each other. You know, just, but also I'm trying to work on it to where I don't give people too much freedom to take over me.
Then they freaking take it, and it's
because
like,
that's what I've been experiencing
their thing.
Very
it's
much
like,
lately.
what? Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I actually know. I said I didn't want that. And I said it very nicely. And then it's like, well, I want that. Well, okay.
Yeah. Now
you're going to meet the aggressive side of me. Let's play soccer game if you want to.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
And then I get rude. And I don't like to be that way. So
fair.
I'm working on it.
Next question.
Top
2. Top 2 favorites.
You gotta work on your aim, baby.
No. Next one would be like,
next, right, straight in the fucking eye.
Top 2 albums or films or piece of literature that you're just like, this really like helps me grow or help you get through something. I don't know.
Albums and is all of it?
Anything, yeah.
Okay, this I do have to think about a little bit because.
There's so many.
Yeah, I mean, like full album.
I'll say for me, not that I wasn't going through anything, but I think Maxwell's
Love.
Now. Wait, I remember it's like
Maxwell.
the sepia.
I know exactly what you're
Afro.
I know exactly.
That one just
beautiful.
goes
Yeah,
right
it's a good
through.
album. God, yeah, and I really feel like I could answer this question very easily, but
Let's go to the literature. I love the stupid self-help spiritual books.
I love
like
it too.
The
it's not stupid. We need it.
Yes, baby. It keeps me somewhat sane. Yeah. No. There's
That was a nice little song. No.
What did I do?
You were like, no.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that. Yikes. Oh God, the Dalai Lama wrote this book. What is it called? Some memory. You know, this is pretty terrible. Oh God, how to see yourself through something. It's
Let me see if I can remember
I swear I can like see the guy. It's like it's a beautiful book. That next. A spiritual awakening. I love Reiki, so I have like it's not. It's like
that's
chakra, Reiki, like astrology, getting into the super deep parts of it.
I was gonna say that,
you know, and I
don't know how much more deeper you can get past that though.
That's it. Yeah, like I don't read like I'm not reading a sci-fi book. I don't care. Yeah, I'll watch an alien movie if I want that. Yeah, you know, so rude. That sounded so rude, but I'm sorry. It's just that's how it is. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And it's that part.
Let's see. Favorite 2 mental health practices.
Oh, wow. Writing. Same. Singing. Everything I do, which is very annoying for people.
Why? It's too much.
Well, it depends on the person.
True.
But I'm going to revert back to my childhood in this one. My parents, or my dad, my mom was like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you singing? Like, you don't have to sing about the plate on the table.
Oh, my God.
And then make the plate on the table go with the curtain on the wall. Like, it's getting old.
Shoot.
And so that very much, like, I have to, like, I'm just, what was that? No, it wasn't. It's fine. Don't, not about you. That is, I don't know why. So it's the writing, the singing, for the journaling. Like, I have a spiritual notebook, and I actually didn't bring it with me on this trip, and I have an attachment to it, and it gave me mad anxiety, because it's like everything I have every practice, everything I studied, everything that I like wanted to do in that, and it's all there.
Yeah. Question: would it give you more anxiety if you freaking misplaced it for like?
Absolutely.
I would never travel with my diary.
I would in my own home. No. Because I would know it was there.
Yeah. No, I mean like
but
you're out of state.
Yes. Oh, fucking would lose my shit.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's been like years of work.
Yeah.
And then also like I have other people write in, and I'm like, just write something. Just something cool. And some people will be actually cool, and then some people will be like, eat my ass. I'm like, cool, nice, awesome. But no, that, and just so writing, music, writing, and I try to I used to meditate a lot more than I do now, but like meditation, fucking saging, affirmations, doing the like. And it sounds, when I say it out loud, it's like, oh, okay. But it works
power
for me.
In it.
That I would do it every morning at the same time and every night at the same time, or
and it
regardless,
did something for you.
Before I went to bed, and I was different.
I love that.
And
there's power in the word.
There really is. And with the journal, I had this whole I love affirmations. Yeah. It's a stupid idea of like sticking a post-it on your mirror and being like, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're skinny, you're not skinny, you're, and then it's very true. You say things over and over and over and over and over, and you start to believe them.
You know what?
It's really like, I think it's I'm not a fucking scientist, but I'm pretty sure it
does something.
A chemical thing. I don't know.
I will never forget. So when I went to Morocco, my ex-boyfriend at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, went there to visit him. And it was like so spiritual, hearing like the calls to prayer, and then I'm not gonna recite it because I don't know what I'm saying, but
I know exactly what you're talking
was
about.
like, oh wow, this is cool. But then when I went to Dubai, it just something clicked in my head to be like, no wonder like they move a little different, because they have so many like affirmations throughout different times of the day.
So in a positive way.
Yes.
Okay, got you. I've never been to Dubai, so that's interesting.
I was like, when I came back, I was like, I'm going to try to do that, like check in with myself different times of the day and say like, you know, some simple affirmations.
Absolutely.
And it's like, oh my God.
It really freaking works.
Yeah.
It, yeah. And I that's just what works, you know? And then also maybe a little therapy or not therapy or like medicational therapy.
Yeah.
Or you know.
Yeah.
Some things can't be fixed.
Ooh, that's a whole nother
Sorry,
podcast.
that part, like biologically, chemically cannot be. So I'm sorry, Kyle, if you want to hear it.
But it is
You
what
heard it here with Tiff and Kayja.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Top 2 meaningful memories.
Oh God, I remember this was the question. I was like, okay, of when?
Anything that comes to mind.
Oh God, I have so many.
I know.
Okay, I could.
Okay, go ahead.
I could.
I was trying to like narrow it down, but it's like whatever.
Okay, I'm trying not to. Very specific memory, or can we do kind of like an overall memory?
Overall.
I'm gonna exclude people.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go down that road and get too personal.
Yeah.
For anybody who's not, you know. But when I turned 18, I was like, fuck you. I'm out. Because I had that same childhood, like, my parents.
Yeah.
And I moved to Colorado. And when I really should have stayed here because I got accepted to music school, and it was like I should have done that because I went for criminal psychology, which is something that I'm actually very interested in. But like,
Why?
I love the brain, and the scary brain is the best, most fascinating part to me. I'm like the weird person who can fall asleep to like serial killer documentaries and
girl, that does not make you have nightmares.
Well, I recognized a pattern of certain anxieties.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped that as much, but still, like I like cults and
all that
serial killers and like it's just fascinating. So, and
you know what? That just reminded me, as much as it can be kind of like, obviously, the average person would think of that and be like, oh my God, no.
Yeah,
but
why?
I'm going to butcher the quote, but my beloved, I say Grandma Maya Angelou, she said, nothing that a human does can be alien to me. So there is some of us in everything.
Absolutely. One, it's sadly too, it's like I feel that's gonna sound scary, but I feel connected to it because it's like some things that happen in my brain I don't understand. Yeah. So it's like, oh wow, so that's happening for this person on a horribly disgusting level. Yeah. But also like I would like to understand why. Yeah. Because clearly you're more fucked up than me. So maybe I feel better about myself. I'm just kidding.
No, not these crime things becoming self-help.
No, I really promise you I'm kidding.
Maybe.
But no.
Moving on.
God, what was the question?
I know. That's
See?
Okay.
Rambler.
Top 2 favorite pieces of advice that someone has given you or you've discovered within yourself.
Oh my God. I love it. Okay. The cliche.
I don't care. I'm here for all of it.
I went to like a 3-month thing where it was like very working on myself. Yeah. And the one thing that I got out of it, the most simple line, doesn't even sound like a full sentence. Pick your pain, which has stuck with me since then, and I absolutely use it every effing day of my life. Like, do you want to be miserable forever or for just now? And it seems like it's worse, but it's actually not. Like, which do you want to like burn in flames slowly, like forever, till you physically die, and then you're just horrible? Or would you like to at least try to burn in some flames and process, and then be like, okay, you know?
And that sounds very empowering.
It's so empowering.
Versus thinking,
it really just saying
why
it.
me? Why is this happening to me? It's
Right,
like,
and
well,
that's
pick your pain.
pick your pain. And that is, again, me. I am thinking about me.
Yeah.
And it works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remind myself of it a lot because I'm like, okay, I'm impulsive and I'm chaotic. And so sometimes I have to go, okay, pick your pain.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I love to be like, listen, I have the best thing to tell you.
Wow.
To other people.
Love how a while ago,
it's like I'm giving you advice that I know
like
works, but
you were talking
I
and
don't know if I'm
felt
doing
like
it.
I was getting deep, like,
Oh, wait, what?
No, as you were talking, I realized I was like getting into the, wow. So pick your pain.
Pick
and
your
then
pain.
Number
Second
2.
one. Okay, so I would say maybe something that I've learned from myself.
Ooh.
Is that what you asked?
No, not yet. Your favorite piece of advice that you discovered within yourself. Like you told yourself, like, you know what, Kayja, going forward, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a... Get back up. Move on. You have to.
You know what?
You have no choice. Like, process. You have to process, or else it's not going to be good for you later on. So process, but don't sit in that for too long.
Ooh.
And then move on.
That's fair.
And also, co-star said something on today. God, what was it? It was like, fail, get back up, fall, fail again, get it together. Yeah. Like, it's a constant struggle. You gotta be like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super random. But I don't believe in failure.
You know what?
So it's
the absolute. You know what? Yes, I love that. And while I say I believe that, I don't 100%, but I did.
Yeah.
I'm wanting
it's
to.
just like, for example, if you say, hey, I want to, like, I don't know, swim 8 laps around the pool and you only manage to do 5, that's not a failure.
No.
Like, that's more than not doing anything at all. And I think sometimes the whole get back up and the shame that there may have been in falling down, it's because of other people putting it on you.
Absolutely. And it's what you cannot fail to succeed. You really can't if you're too comfortable. If everything's like just given. True. Everything's perfect. Everything's great.
True.
Oh my God, Barbie land. Yeah. Like, is that actually succeeding?
Right.
You know.
I don't know what that is.
And I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Moving on. Where should this one go? I don't want to throw it that way.
No, you better throw it at me.
Ow! Sorry.
God, why?
Okay. Essence. What do you love most about yourself?
Oh no.
Girl,
yes.
what?
Yeah.
I'll start. So what do I love about myself?
Okay. I can't answer that actually.
Okay.
I do. And we're gonna focus on only the love, right?
Yeah. Okay. Unless you want to talk about what you don't.
No.
Okay.
No, because I'll do the backtrack thing to where I was like, this is what I love about myself, but sometimes it's negative, but I still love it. So I'm not.
I'll do it. I don't want you to feel.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. I like being vulnerable.
Too shy. I'm gonna sit straight.
I like crying.
Oh
okay,
God, no.
Sometimes.
Don't set the expectation too high.
I want to cry.
I love my vulnerability with the specific people that I love, the specific people that I let in.
Yeah.
Because I think it's very special, and I don't do that with everybody.
As you should not.
As you should not.
That is
and
a
I've
privilege.
learned consistently. And
what did you say last night? You said that this access is given or something like that. Like, yeah.
That I'm giving you access to me.
Don't ever get it, motherfucking
Don't get it.
Don't.
Which camera?
Anyone.
Hello. Don't get it twisted. Seriously. No. And I'm going to say 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
I discussed this with you personally, like felt like probably some of the hardest 3 months of my life, like everything was wrong.
Damn.
I
It was
lost
like a ripple
a
effect.
lot
Wow.
in all different weird ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this.
So what kept
I
you
can't.
like? I
This.
don't know. Wow.
Coming here. I canceled. I was supposed to be here earlier. I canceled it because I had a moment and I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Which I also like don't do that when I'm supposed to be here and I
Yeah.
have plans and
Yeah.
things to do.
Yeah, yeah.
I do not do that. But made me better. And what was the fucking question?
Oh, let me look now.
Girl, my
what
memory.
you love about yourself?
God,
We
jeez,
went and took a
control,
detour.
rein me in. Okay, my vulnerability with
Yes.
people that I love. I do love my empathy.
I actually
do
need to work on that.
Yeah, that you don't have enough, or that you have too much.
I feel no. I can be I can have sympathy, but
empathy. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I realized I was telling my homeboy where I feel like it's because I know within myself I'm doing the work. I'm reading this self-help stuff. I'm being intentional. And then when I meet someone and I feel like this person's slacking.
Yeah, you're like
what?
Like, why can't you get it together?
Yeah, and it's kind of like,
what is wrong with you?
In a classroom setting,
Yeah.
we all have a test. I took the time to study.
And
so
why
you
didn't
need
you?
to study. Why do I have to give you the answers to the test?
Exactly.
I took time
like,
to study.
hello. And there's a truth to that. But also, then it goes deeper. Of where it's
Go
like,
deeper.
Of like, ew, crackhead homeless on the side of the street. Like, ugh. But then you go, no.
Well, yeah.
You know, like just, and that's just an example of you have no idea. This person could be choosing that or they could not be.
And I was
they could be
say,
mentally ill with literally no one.
That part.
And they have no resources.
That part.
And you can't say to someone like that, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then and I have to add this in there. It is also one of my weaknesses to have too much empathy because then you get taken advantage of. But I still do always and will always see why people are the way they are. And I think that comes from because I've done things that were completely inappropriate and like, bitch, you didn't even have to do that because you are not in a bad situation way better than a lot of other people. So like, why did you do that?
I recently realized I had a whatever the word is, that when I was younger, I'll say definitely middle school.
Yeah.
And maybe most of high school, I was such like a goody two shoe
Uh-huh.
and just the perfect student.
Yeah.
That's why I think my empathy was like low.
Yeah, you're like,
but
what the
as I've
fuck?
gotten
I've been
older,
doing this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you do it?
as I've gotten older,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, like, what is it, coloring out of the lines?
Yeah.
And it's just like when someone else tells me how they've metaphorically colored out the lines, like, oh,
it's
I
like-
get that.
Yeah.
Versus the,
Yeah.
oh no, you're still coloring out the lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, no, I get it.
I get
do
it.
what you got to do.
it.
Do
I
what
mean,
you gotta
but
do.
and then it goes back to the, well, okay, I have empathy for you, but now I've learned that there's a certain point where it's like, you gotta go out of my life, and I'm so sorry, and I still empathize, and I'm sad that you are sad, and I'm sad that you are that way, because I don't want to see anybody. I'm not evil. Like, I don't want to see anybody suffer, but like, it's not benefiting me, and it's actually bringing me here.
And I think
And
I'm
you're
gonna
like
use
energy
that.
leech.
Yeah.
And I'm here. All of a sudden, what happens? And you're up here, and I'm like, okay, that's not cool.
That I'm gonna use that as a guideline because
Yeah,
it's like
you just got to find the balance.
Yeah,
It's the balance.
that,
It's the balance. So, but still working on it.
we're
Still,
all a work in progress.
I'm much better. I'm very proud of myself about that. Much better.
Me too.
Okay, so empathy and vulnerability.
That's good.
And I see everything.
I like that about you.
I see everything.
And
Not to be cocky, but I see
it's
everything.
I feel people need to be cocky though, because I feel I can't expect to go out into the world and expect people to see my light and da 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 da. If I don't see my own,
absolutely.
and if you don't fill your own cup, you go out in the world trying to find people to fill your own cup.
Oh my God.
And God knows what they're filling your cup with.
Absolutely. Fucking poison. Poison.
When have you had to display the most courage and strength for yourself in your life?
Oh God. Well, I'm gonna give
the short
you
and spicy version.
I'm gonna give you the filtered answer.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
God. I mean, I think courage in one.
Strength.
Realizing who I am.
Boom.
That took me, for some reason, it was very hard for me to be like, actually, I do have talent. Actually, I am a good person. Actually, like person, I actually.
I can even say,
like,
even with my music,
I'm not
just
a horrible
to chime in,
demon.
Right.
And I used to do that to myself because I'm like, mentally.
Yeah.
I'm
because
so
it felt as if
up.
like, well, if I wasn't that, they wouldn't say that. So because they're saying it, I guess I must be that. I honestly, with the music, I'll never forget one time I wrote like a verse and a hook, and I was in the studio with the producer.
Oh God, you're incredible. It's insane.
Thank you. And he was like, great. Now we just need to get a real singer to do it. And I just felt like,
are you saying what the fuck?
And at that time, I only wanted to be a songwriter, but in my head, I'm like, this is good enough to send it to whomever so we can get a placement. But what he said, whether innocently or intentionally, it stuck with me so long. And then people would be like, oh my God, Tiff, like, why don't you sing it? And I'm just like in my head, no, because so-and-so said.
That it's the whole, it's like someone can give you 100 raving reviews, but you only can focus on the one negative. Yeah. And I don't know why that is, but I think that's for a lot of people, not everyone. But I think it's just, you're like, wait, what? Oh,
right.
Oh, you.
And who knows? Like for that producer, maybe he had a certain voice in mind.
Sure.
So sometimes it's like, don't take things too personal, but
right, and you can't.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Yeah. Because everything in your life is about you, though. Like this is the only suit we know.
Right, and it's like that whole like me again. Me. Like, and it's a joke, but it's not a joke. But it also is very real. It's like that is you are. And should be, without being a serial killer, the most important person in your life.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, because...
And I approve this message.
Yeah.
It's the truth. Moving on. What would you say? It could be 1 or 2 words or whatever you feel. What would you tell 13-year-old Kayja?
1 or 2 words, Tiff? Do you know me?
I know. Okay. Whatever comes to mind.
I'll do it for you.
I feel like you would sing to yourself something.
Okay, that's interesting. That's a good way to go. Well, now you put me on the spot, so I don't want to do it.
No, you don't have to sing it. I'm just saying. Oh.
Playing. Okay. Same thing. Don't take everything so personally.
Ooh, okay.
And stay in your lane.
Boom. That part.
Keep your side of the street clean. So that was not 1 or 2 words. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say 1 or 2 sentences.
No, I never heard that whole keep your side of the street clean.
Yeah, I love it. I know.
That's a gem. That's a gem. That's a gem. That's a gem. I'll say this.
It's a gem.
I was at the gym with my boo, and I happened to look back. Yeah, I happened to look back, and I saw them on their phone. And I'm thinking, why are they on their phone? They're probably on social media. Right. And then something said to me like, Tiff, if you don't fucking turn around and run on this damn treadmill,
like don't focus on them.
So it's like keep your side.
Keep you stay in your lane.
That was freaking great. Next, how has your personal upbringing shaped you for better or worse?
Oh, baby. Personal better or worse. Yeah. So
and I can
better
start
and
if
worst?
You wanna. Huh?
Are we doing better and worst?
Yeah. To keep it.
Or do I want to choose one?
Whatever you want.
Oh God. Okay. Well, stop me
Okay.
when you need to stop me.
Okay.
A child. I'm super grateful for negative experiences because, again, made me who I am, made me the artist that I am, made me be able to connect with music the way that I do. And music is like my, I just,
It's there for
I
you.
always want to be listening to music.
Yeah.
Constant. Like, I was telling you, is there music in me? Like, and I just have to. And it's a comfort. It's a connection, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. So negative trauma shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was horrible. Honestly, it made me better now. Can't say in the past.
Yeah.
Because I had to get through that.
And do you think your
no.
childhood upbringing, what would you say if you could contribute, if you could like pull a few things from that time, what made you be a seer?
Because my parents are seers. And at the end of the day, I'm very different than them, but also not at the same time.
Okay.
Like, I find myself, again, the older I get, I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? It's like, I didn't want to turn into both my parents, a mixture of them. Like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, they see right through any bullshit that's anywhere, and good luck.
That's my parents. And that has made me see things.
Yeah, and I didn't like it at all when I was a child, because I was like, are you not believing my lie right now? How dare you?
Oh.
You're not believing my lie because I'm lying pretty good.
Wow.
And so you're like, it's so messed up. But I would lie.
Yeah. And
And then be like, what the fuck? You don't believe me?
yeah.
But that was actual, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Which is so
Did
gross.
it make you become a better liar?
Actually, quite the opposite.
Wow. Okay.
Certain things.
Okay.
Someone's
What
calling
the
us.
fuck was that?
Hello? It's
Like, we're in a
aliens.
haunted house.
They're calling us.
Tanner's like,
Look, it's the alien himself. I'm just kidding. He was like, oh, I was napping that time.
we can keep going.
Oh my God.
Ooh, when you're meeting someone new, what are you naturally gravitated to about them or repelled?
Oh, that's very easy.
Tell me.
Within the first.
You were looking down. I was like, you look at their shoes.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Go
No.
ahead.
What if that means something? No.
No, that is like so last season.
That
I'm
is
not
like
finding
what
shit.
shows who cares about show. I know within, and this may be ignorant of me, within the first, but it's always right. Hate to say that. Within the first 10, if that long minutes within meeting a person, if I vibe with you on the way that I need to vibe with you to be a me and let you in anywhere close that you think.
So you feel it. Or I guess what gravitates you to
Absolutely.
someone is just
Oh,
their
so-
aura.
Well, okay. Good. That's actually good that you restated that. So honestly, aura for sure. I feel, because I really feel energy. Like I'm very, I get very anxious with a lot of people around. Like I feel I'm just like, I feel like, oh my God. Like
And
I
is
feel
that
like,
because it's like you need time to register who is carrying what, or it's like, oh no, I feel so many.
no, I feel,
Oh, okay.
ugh.
Ooh.
And I'm like, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I'm like, no, not cut out for this. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And
that makes me ask, if I may,
yeah.
how you feel about, I guess it's different if you're inviting the people, but like, I don't know how people have crowded sessions. It's too much.
You know what? I've truly never had a problem with that. No, because I'm like, no. Like, unless I'm bringing someone, like, I don't know you.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And I'm sorry. And unless it's like somebody that I very much value their opinion, like you.
Thank you.
How I met you was
it was very organic.
Very organic. And immediately I know.
I remember when you told me.
Immediately.
And you were like, it was just us. And you were like, girl, your energy's like really good. And da-da-da. I'm just like,
yeah, like
I haven't even really spoken that much.
I felt it. Yeah, I see it. I don't know.
Wow.
And so I don't know. I just feel it. And you could be, you could be the most impressive, amazing, like on paper, great person, cool, this, that. If I do not, with you, I do not give a fuck.
Same. We're the same person.
I love it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm not gonna be friends with you. And if you ask me to hang out, I won't hang out with you. Sorry.
That part, especially, and then worse if you go and just the vibes are off. It's like, I knew this.
I literally said that, something like that recently, where I was like, I know who I am and what I do and why I don't do certain things. So why do I convince myself that I'm gonna be different this next time? Because I do it for other, and that's the people pleasing. Yeah. Being like, okay. How does I can do it? No.
So true.
Next.
What have?
Oh no, next question. Next question.
What's a life lesson you had to learn the hard way?
Loss.
Wait. So I don't want to fill in the blank, but did it teach you to cherish more?
Yeah. Lesson, positive, negative lesson, or both?
Any.
Yeah. Loss. Just like irresponsibility on my own part of being very reckless and putting myself in situations to where I was like, oh my God, I didn't just die yesterday. Oh man. Yikes.
My guilty I don't want to say pleasure, it's not a pleasure, but it's just natural. Dancing behind the wheel. So I got in a bad car accident because of that. And sometimes when I'm feeling a song,
the same thing just happened to me.
When I'm feeling it too much, it's like, girl, you know what happened to you years ago. Sit that ass still in the seat and just drive.
Tiff, seriously. No, it's little things. It's little things. Like, absolutely.
No, stop your goof booting or whatever you said.
No bit goofing. No bit boofing. Sorry.
On to the next. What have you recently learned about yourself?
I feel like that kind of goes back into the I think I'm a nice person. Like I think I have to relearn that of yourself. And I don't obviously have my moments, but my intentions are, I feel, my opinion, because honestly, because from somebody else's opinion who I've heard, like I can't speak for them.
It's distorted.
You know? Yeah, absolutely. There was a point in my life where I was a fucking bitch, and I stomped over everybody in my path, and I didn't even know until I was taken out of it. Yeah, and I was like,
wait, how were you taken out of it?
Doing my I took myself outside. I went like a spiritual way, and I was like, I'm gonna go over there. Yeah. And I'm literal isolation.
Sorry, there's something popped in my head. It said, when you step back, you see. Absolutely. It's so simple, but it's just, it really true. Is. Even in that step back could look like, let that text message sit there for a couple minutes. Don't be so impulsive to respond.
Oh my God.
And I've seen it in my own life when it's like, when I draw back, impulsivity. The response sometimes when I draw back, sometimes I really am busy, and other times it's like, I saw that, but it's not urgent.
I don't need to.
That, and then it bubbles something up in the person to be like, hello. And it's like,
and then it's like, oh, okay, I'm seeing who you are now, and now I don't like you, so thank you for that.
Next. Fun.
I would have loved if my mail popped over there. That would have been great.
Well, you have one left.
Well,
Last.
I don't want to try, actually,
set.
but I would have just
Yeah.
Last and final.
Fun. Your favorite midnight guilty snack.
Oh, no, don't you dare. Oh,
Don't you go there.
don't you go there with me. Okay, specifically, I really cannot. All I can say is a combination of bread, cheese, sauce.
What's your favorite kind of bread?
Sourdough.
You better say it. Oh.
Yeah. No, yeah. I like it's. I don't. I'm a glutton.
Wait, do you toast the bread, or it's just like out the package and then you just?
You know what's so funny? You ask that.
This is deep.
Well, no, shouldn't be. I used to love bagels like a normal person. No, I still love bagels.
I was gonna say what?
Tell me, please. Toasted with like the cream cheese and everything.
Oh.
And then I one time switched, and I was like, I
No
don't
more
want to
bagels?
toast it.
Oh.
I want to just slap that shit on there, and it's
eat
fucking
it.
foul, and I love it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the foul.
So yeah, just anything.
Favorite ingredient?
Ingredient.
Yeah. I'll say for me, cheese.
That was very loud.
I'm a big cheese lover.
I could go into a tangent, but I'm not.
Do it.
Well, I'll keep it short and sweet. I hated blue cheese for my whole entire life.
Okay.
Forever. I thought it was the fucking grossest thing that ever was invented by whoever decided to invent it.
And
it's
then?
mold. You're eating mold. And then one day, I don't know what happened.
Your stomach was
Obsessed.
like, let me find the blue cheese. I wonder if
It's very weird.
it helps our bodies fungus. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Okay,
but-
don't say that.
Okay.
But it,
I don't know.
But it does make. I mean, like, just the word fungus.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
No. I don't like
Where
that
is the
word,
fungus
and
going?
It's not gingivitis. It's something like that. I don't know. It's a nasty word. Okay,
I
forget it.
cannot take that. I just made a video the other day, and I was like, gingivitis.
Oh wait, I'm
Where
sorry.
does
My head is
gingivitis
starting
come
to itch
from?
me because I'm starting to think of a word.
Yes.
There's a word. I think it's like termites or something of that sort, where it's like those creepy crawly things.
Ew, you just want like.
Oh,
Or
my
is
face
it
hurting me now.
maggots?
Yes.
Yeah.
My foot! Stop!
No, I feel them in my toes as we speak, and you can stop saying, and we'll jump real quick from that subject.
I don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
My
I
body,
picture them like butt flies.
butt flies.
Yes, butt ass flies. No.
I'm itching now.
Bot.
Oh, wait.
Bot flies. Like they're these crazy.
What is that? No, scally. What's the word?
Scallywag.
Yeah, Tanner.
Yeah, friggin' skin. He's like, yep, on the spot. That's that.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
No, they figure themselves deep in your arm.
Weirdest habit
What?
of yours?
What's a
your-
habit of mine?
Yeah. Oh, weird that you think it's weird. Well, you probably think it's normal, but
I
because
don't-
it's a habit.
A habit.
I'm still itching. Wow.
That's your habit, clearly.
Yeah. You know what? My
Stop
weirdest
itching.
habit, I'll say I have OCD. I'm very like.
All right, girl. Nailed it. Right on the spot. That's exactly. I have way less than I used to. But I have to have like, a weird, yeah.
It kind of gets
it
me
gets-
a lot when I'm at a hotel and I'm just very like, God damn, I'm so itching. Hold on, sorry. So I'm at a hotel and it's like,
Yeah.
No. I don't want my feet coming out on.
I need
I'll
socks
step
on
their towel,
24/7.
but I don't want it on their carpet.
Absolutely.
I open up the the duvet and stuff like that
Yeah.
and see if there's like any straight hairs.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be a lot.
I used to be like that with. I bring wipes everywhere I go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I'm just like always
But I like that.
wiping things. I don't know. And it was like way before COVID. I've been doing it forever, so it's not like a
Yeah.
But but yeah, no. It's just my weird methods of like I was packing this morning in a rush and it was like the way I was setting things and I'm like, what is this method? It doesn't actually even like that probably doesn't make sense to anybody but me.
But it makes sense.
But
for
it
you.
makes
and
sense
it
for me and it
creates your
works.
peace and your calm.
But I have to be like certain things. Like I've already, just so you know, no disrespect.
Yeah.
Noticed everything over here that I've wanted to move.
Oh.
To make it more comfortable for me.
Well, I don't own this place, so no disrespect.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean,
no offense taken.
no offense. Whoever owns this studio, we don't
Thank
disrespect you. Thank you. And we're very grateful.
Full of gratitude.
And it's not that there's anything wrong with anybody's
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's just a control.
your own thing.
So it's a bad habit, but also good because I like to be, and I've been less clean in the last 2-3 months of my life than I've ever been in my whole life. And it's annoying me, but also I'm kind of like, oh,
it's
cool.
working.
Like I don't have to be a neurotic freak all the time.
Yeah.
Crackhead
say-
straight from the
What are you most
Crack
thankful
station.
for?
Truly, my blessings that I have had, that I have taken advantage of in the past, or not. I maybe not taken advantage of, maybe, but not realized the severity of the blessings that I've had, and that truly, and then the people who I do connect with, which the utmost of gratitude. Yeah. Like I just like all the time, like you and T. I'm sure you catch me looking at you, and I'm just like,
I actually have not. So now I'm
Really?
gonna start looking.
Okay.
I'll be like,
I literally, and it's kind of creepy. Like if you don't know me,
yeah. Thank you
know?
for this preface, because I'll be like,
you're like, why is it creepy?
Yeah, I'm like, Kayja, did I say
You're
something?
like, wait, so are we getting back to the serial thing?
Yeah.
Or dissecting me? No.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, sorry, I put that idea in your head. Yeah, my bad. No. Yeah, well, next. No, but yeah, I look at people, like people who I truly, I'm just like, wow, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think
I'm
that
learning,
is you being
like,
present.
you are my teacher, and it's so cool.
Oh,
because
you're
like,
being present, and I do that too.
Yeah.
Last night I did a lot of that.
I used to not do that
because, like, I forgot what it was, but there was that particular part when Tanner's voice came on, and it's like I was like, she has energy every time, and it was just me just noticing it. I'm like, I definitely feel like we are from like the same tribe. I feel it.
Oh yeah.
Let's end with what would you like to say or ask your future self?
Oh no. Are we okay?
Yes.
Are we doing better? I'm joking, but not actually.
No, but that's fair.
No, like, and not even like a horror. Like, how are things? Have you learned from your lessons? Like, how have you learned?
And what do you
your
think your
lessons?
future self is saying to you?
I would really believe and hope that it would be, we're doing just fine. We're still living on the Me Show.
Hello.
On the Me channel.
It never ends.
But also featuring. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you've healed 100%.
Oh, to your future self.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what you asked me.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the second one was what's it called? Would be saying to your younger self.
Oh crap.
Well, that's okay when you said
memory. What my
your
future? I'm doing my best.
On that note,
I can only do my best.
We are done.
We're done. We're done.